Welcome back to our 35 and 35 Founder Insights. Sherry and I are in the home stretch here to share more insights that we learned over 35 years as entrepreneurs. We're not here to humble brag or tell you any of our, terrible stories. We're just here to hopefully share and give some insights to help you think about your own journey and maybe overcome some of the mistakes that we've made. So, Sherry, what do we have for today?
Today's topic is know your USP, your unique selling proposition. And this is so important for so many reasons. You have to understand this. You have to always be promoting it and making sure that your audience also knows this unique selling proposition. Now, I think Yvette and I probably really learned this lesson with one of our early clients, and that was Mattel Toys. And every now and then we'd get to sit in on line reviews, but we know that every single line review for every single product Mattel Toys made started with, "This is the only water bottle that is going to stay cold for 48 hours. Whatever it was, no matter what it was, that's how they started every single presentation. They were out there with their product, they presented it, they showed it, and then they told you that it was going to be the only product on the market that fill in the blank. And it was just really powerful. And we learned then how important the unique selling proposition is.
Yeah, and absolutely. And to add to that, two things. One is when you think about Mattel, a couple of their major lines, you just think about Barbie and Hot Wheels. The Barbie doll is a Barbie doll, right? Like there is, she's the same sort of and whatever. And there's like 20 of them that come out in a year or 10 or whatever it may be in any given scenario, 50. They had to create a USP for every single product, like every single product, every single accessory, every single, every part of the line. And when you think about what that takes, you realize, okay, I see how that can relate to my product. So when you're doing your USP, we actually add kind of another line to that. So it's my fill in the blank is the only fill in the blank, is the only blank that does this. We like to add so that, and that so that gives you the opportunity to tie it to your audience, right? Your target audience, your ICP, because your product needs to solve a problem. It needs to fix a problem, solve a pain point, do something for that group. And when you want to get galaxy brain, you're going to add to that because, right? So what we're saying is that it's not, if you really want to find your perfect audience, you're going to figure out why solving that pain is so important to them. Because I guarantee you that solving that pain can help a lot of people, but there's a group of people that it's really bugging for whatever reason. And when you can get down to that, you're starting to really tune in, and then and only then can you start creating marketing around that and really resonate with an audience. And that's why it matters. And we see so much, we see so much in this space. We created a course around it, right? To create your USP, because once you have that, everything else falls in line, right? You can see things and say they either relate to your USP or they don't. And it's so powerful, you guys. If you don't have this figured out, you really have to work on it. The other piece of it is, don't forget the unique part, because it doesn't matter. You don't have to be the best. You have to be different. I'm sure many of you have heard about the blue ocean strategy and the idea that you kind of want to do things differently, not necessarily better, because you don't want to get into that sort of battle of good, better, best. You want to do things differently. You want to do them uniquely. And so you really need to think about that within your product or service development as well. So big topic for today. It really matters so much. I want you guys to be inspired today to go back, look at your USP or whatever you have that talks about your product or service and say, not sure this is really there, and spend some time thinking about it, because when you can nail this, it's just that much more helpful. And it can evolve over time, but I guess our best advice would be to do what Mattel does and has done successfully. When we were there with Mattel, Barbie became a $1 billion brand. So it does work. And create a USP, start your process by creating a USP for every single product in your portfolio.